Check. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for calling yourself crypto lifers and jumping on into the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Let's jump on into Bitcoin. It's acted funky today, 20,700. What are we doing? Are we going down? Are we going up? And when I say this changes everything, I'm telling you right now, we must hold the POC support at 20,500. We break 20,500. It's not a good look. I'm telling you right now. Let's dive into it. Let's show you what I see happening in the charts. Let's break it down. So we had a rising wedge right off the bat. Let's just show you FTX here. Let's just show you real quick. Let's bring that music down a second and let's get into the charts. Now I know. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So check it out. We got our trend line that everybody knows. Everybody's been drawing it. Everybody knows what it is, right? And we got this bear flag, right? Up, down, higher, high, or low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. And we're going for a higher high. Excuse me. We're going for a higher high. I was with the kids in the sun all day. It was crazy. We had water fights, balloon fights, you name it. Complete. The entire neighborhood kids ganged up on me and tried to take me down. Babe, can you send that video to Telegram? Probably not. So it was fun, man. Had a blast. So look at this. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. That is hidden bullish divergence. Tells us the trend should continue to the upside. However, in my humble opinion, we are out of the rising wedge there. That was a beautiful channel. If you try to open it up, I mean, you could kind of do this and say you're in a wider channel. Okay, I feel better about saying that you fell out. You're attempting to bearishly retest or get back inside this pattern for Bitcoin at 20,880. It just smashed some shorts though. Some shorts just got liquidated for sure. Some shorts just got liquidated. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. In a second, we'll have you loaded up with BOOKMAP so you can see what's happening. Beautiful people at BOOKMAP. Now, remember, we talked about this idea. When this broke out, if you remember correctly, we said, you make an M, you end up making an M, and if you make the M, you head up down to the bottom of the M. Here was really where we should have gone, is about 20,500, but we got saved so far by this little area here. Look, resistance, 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 bounce. So previous resistance becomes new support at 20,500, 20,700. We even have to test 20,005. So right now, the 1 hour suggests that we do go to the upside. The 15-minute, when they're both this low, it suggests we get a big move to the upside. The daily candle just closed. And we're going to get into a second. We're going to break it down. If you can handle it, I can handle it. I'm not sure if you can, though. Can you handle it? Can I see in the chat how many people can handle it tonight? Can you handle what we're about to do? Can you handle it? Let me know. I want to see the chat. I got to see the chat. How many people can hang? Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? Thank you for everyone here. 312 people on the likes. 123 people on the likes. Man, we got more people when I just ask people to show up before I even show up. For crying out loud. What are we doing tonight, guys? Come on. Let's represent the lifers right. When you represent me, you represent you too. Because I know people are going to ask you where you learned, and you're going to say from the lifers. So don't put your own self down. Hit that like button, man. Become a family guy. Become a family girl. It's the reason why they call it Family Guy, right? Hey, Bullish, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Wait. I think the guy from Family Guy, you said you want to come in and talk and say you like the like. Hey, Shemp, we've been watching the Crypto Lifer over here at Family Guy, and we really like it. Me and Krish, the whole family, and Meg, and Lois, and, we just want to say we love you, and we hope you have a good time with your family this summer, and you're good, get those gains, do a damage. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Hey, Krish, get in your room before I put my foot up your ear. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Keep watching the Crypto Lifer. Family Guy, over and out. Peter, I love you. Wow, man, to have celebrities come on the stream like that and just say what up, so amazing. Marky, could you come on? Hold on, I got a phone call here. Hello? Marky? Yeah. Marky, can you just say something to the crew, babe? Marky, I'll step out, but you just say, I'll put the phone in. Can you just say something to everybody? Hi, everybody. This is Marky Wolfrick. Sam is like the best at everything. He's amazing. I'm just mad. I couldn't do it. And then we got Tito from Traders Reality. The Vaxa Candle. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So look, we're getting a little bit of a bounce. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. I want to see shorts getting liquidated. That's what I want to see. Bap, beep, bap. Can we liquidate the shorts? Okay. I like this kind of fruity little dance house music here. I like what's going on here. I like this. It's going to start like boom. Everything you do. So, this falling wedge needs to break to the upside. It does have a measured move. I'll tell you that right now. That's the length of your pole here. Wick to wick. Make sure you're precise. That would, in turn, bring us back inside the pattern. And even get us a resistance up here. So what we don't want to see is you want to see them try to get back in and bearishly retest. Headed down to the downside. However, this rising wedge does break down to this area. And we talked about this. Remember we said, is there a chance that the pattern isn't making this bigger guy and it's making more of this smaller wedge? And that's the top of our wedge, and we're going to end up back here at the bottom of the wedge, somewhere in this area at about 19,900. Highly likely, based on the 4-hour, which is dumb peasy. Well, this is what I really like. I'll show you something. I'll tell you why I'm bullish right now. Right now, at the present moment. Because the 4-hour came all the way back down and made a higher high, a higher low. See that? When the 4-hour was dumping, we should have, with this was a nice substantial move. We should have gone all the way down, but we did not. We got caressed by the 200-day moving average, the 21-day crossing, the 50 crossing, and actually prices staying above the 400, the 200-day moving average. That's the beginning of a beautiful move. That can be how a bull run begins. I'll tell you that right now. It's not a guaranteed bull run, but it's how a bull run absolutely begins. Shout out to Fluent. Shout out to my buddies at Fluent. Appreciate each and every one of you. Grinded. Shout out Fluent whenever you get a chance. Fluent Co, baby. Fluent Co. So check it out. Yeah, and shout out to they did not sponsor the show or anything, but they're good friends of mine. The guys over at Fluent. Just happen to be friends with the whatever, I'll leave it at that. But shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. Hidden bullish divergence tells us the trend should continue to the upside. We should get a bounce. Low stochastics on the 15-minute and the 1-hour tell me we should be getting a bounce. It's high probability. Why do I say should? Anything is possible. Bitcoin could dump at any minute. I'm calling a pump to the upside here, though, based on the stochastics RSI and the hidden bullish divergence and the MACD turning to the upside. We did have bearish div. We called it out yesterday. What is bearish divergence? Well, you had swing up to swing up here, swing down. So we called this pullback. At 3 in the morning, I was up calling bearish div. No, I really was. You'd be like hogwash. He wasn't up at 3 a.m. And he really was, though. Like, if we start off, today was crazy. Trying to even find out where we're at. 3:31 a.m. Because I got woken up by my sister's kids in the middle of the night. Keeps happening. Look, my sister's kids woke me up, so I had to check my trades. Looking good, 303. Boom, another move of the books. And I actually traded this to the upside, and I sold that. July 17th, it's today the 17th. The days are just, yeah. So I'm up at 3 in the morning today. That's how this all started. That's how everything started today. 3 a.m. All right. Then I'm looking at looks rare, was in a bit of a flag. Ascendex did hit the gain, went sideways, but eventually did hit the measured move, well, half of the measured move. AVAX 3L did a beautiful gain of 50%. Bang, bang, bang overnight. UFO was in a cup and handle. See that? It did eventually hit the 42% gains on the cup and handle for UFO. GMT3L looks like it's tight in the channel. Was trying to push up with the 4-hour. We'll take a look at that in a second. I was also watching Pawn in this inverted head and shoulder at 3:17 in the morning. Looks began to flag. Starting to push to the upside a little bit, but it was flagging. And then we called out this pump to the upside like Luxo. And Luxo banged on him for 22% gains out of the flag to the upside. That was a beautiful move. Then right here, look, calling bearish divergence at 3:27 at night, right there. And that was the exact top. We would fall from that. So I'm saying, hey guys, watch out for the bearish swing down and swing down, swing up to swing up on price action. Bearish divvy time just would begin to boom. I put it out at 3 in the morning. This would continue to go up from there. It wouldn't stop. After that 40, 69%, it would go up another 100% or something insane. I would put it on your radar if you could put a flag on it like I did on the 1 minute. I think would continue to go. Adam 3L in an inverted head and shoulder. Quick swap looking nice. Cove looking all right. And this is all, look, 3 to 4 in the morning. I'm grinding. I've been up since, it's been a long day. I'll tell you that right now. I can't even believe I'm still standing right now. I should be falling down on my bed. Then my wife drags me to Home Depot and expects me to install a vanity. No, check this out. My house was built in 1992. So today my wife's like, oh, you're going to go put in, you're just going to go. She's like, I'm going to redo my kitchen. No, she goes over to somebody's house last week and they have a nice kitchen. So she feels we need to redo the bathroom now because they're going to come over for dinner. So they want to come over for dinner for Thursday or Friday. So she wants to redo the bathroom before they get here. Come on. I don't give a damn what people think about my kitchen. I don't care. I do not care. Okay? So anyway, so she drags me to Home Depot 2 hours before this live stream. 2 hours. Don't ever drag a YouTuber anywhere 2 hours before their live stream. They're full of anxiety. They're thinking of their performance. They're going through so much in their head. Let them be. Just let them be. All right? It's just something to think about. All right? But I'm a nice guy and I love my wife. So she drags me to Lowe's first. They don't have what we want. She drags me to Home Depot. I'm like, yeah, whatever you want. Spend all the money you want. You know? Another plumber, another thing, you know, like who cares? Like, I don't care. The vanity's worked for 20 years. It'll work for another 10. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm ready to buy a $10 million home, let's buy a $10 million home. You know, anyway, so I get it in there, and you know, of course I'm there doing drills, I get it out, and then I'm messing, and then I get obsessed, and I want to see if I can do things. I have to challenge myself. So then I'm in there trying to do it. And next thing you know, there's freaking water going everywhere. Even though I have it off, water's going everywhere. Every video I watch, it's like, oh, just go down here and just blah, 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 blah. Because everyone has these nice, easy turns. But I don't. I got these insane, you know, just absurd, old school water pipes that got to be completely replaced, you know, with shark bite or something else. So that's what has to happen. So we got that going on. There's just so much going on. And I didn't research it and do it myself, and I got thrust into it. Next thing you know, it's literally a half an hour before the live. I'm covered in sweat. I'm underneath the sink with the wrench, like, and I was like, enough is enough. I'm not doing this stuff anymore. I used to be a handyman. Now I run a group doing my trading. I don't have the time to put in this vanity sink. I don't have time for this nonsense. I really don't. To me, it feels like nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Just pay the right guy to do the right thing. You see what I'm saying? Anyway. I'm spewing too much of my life stuff at you guys, but it is what it is. That was my day. That's my day. Lemon water from my DIY doing damage mason jar. You're funny, Benny boy. Thanks for all the content. When joining your 99 group, do you show us how to use decentralized exchanges like KuCoin and MetaMask? I mean, I show you how to use a decentralized exchange if you want to know. We have videos on stuff like that, yeah. We use KuCoin. KuCoin is not a decentralized exchange. Don't need you to do it. We'll find someone. Look at my wife. Now she says you don't need to do it. We'll find someone. Yeah, with more money, maybe they don't have to be replaced. Well, now I know how to do it. I'll tell you, I know exactly how to do it now. We have to go down here and now, see, this thing is, I know exactly how to do it. See, this is crazy. The problem with me is I know exactly how to do it. I'll show you why. So you're looking at our vanity like this, all right? And it's got these shutoff valves that are too big. They kind of need to be taken off. So what you do is you cut them off from the pipe. So the pipe's coming out of the wall. Here's the wall. Here's the hose, right? So I need to actually go somewhere deeper in the house, somewhere downstairs, and I need to shut off the water completely to the upstairs part of the house. Number one. Then I need to cut this pipe completely clean, add a shark bite fit to it. And I like shark teeth, shark bite, whatever you want to call it. They work, and I trust them. I really do. And then that will go to fitter, and then I can run an elbow here. I can do a shark bite elbow right here, and then run the hot water right up to the first part, and then the cold water right up to the second part. I just need to cut off these old switches here, you know, or put in a new valve myself. And I need to put in a new valve too as well. Something, you know, it's 1991 plumbing, and it's, you know, it's all copper fitted insanity. All right. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. Okay. That's what I'm dealing with. And now I don't got a sink. Now my sink doesn't work. So I'm extra happy too. I'm extra happy about that. So check it out. Just look at here. Thank you so much, Sam. I'm legit crying from the taste of freedom I'm getting from your guidance. Shout out to Subculture. Thank you so much. I love you. Cryptolifer, it's an amazing teacher and mentor. Nowhere else can you find the level of skill you could achieve. So unless you take the course and join the trading group, you won't understand. Much love to all. Less than a week in the trading group and I made gains. Thank you, Cryptolifer. I've tried other trading groups and this is by far the most professional and educational. This guy was up 190%. I don't condone the buy bit, but he did what he did. Look at this guy on PERT. Up 18, up 2,000, up 2,000, 900. Lost 5, up 17, off 500. In all my 60 years, I've never received more value from my money. I have to pinch myself to see if I am dreaming. Shout out to Scotty J. Thank you for your stewardship and understanding of the market structure. I was seeking help with my first step in the lifetime journey of a trader, and after joining the Lifers, I'm on my way, successful in an auspicious company. Thank you, Sammy Cup and Handy. Much love to you and my fellow Lifers. 103%. This guy, learning from this group is the best decision. I've been in a trading group for 5 or 6 months. I watch you every day on the live, and I make sure to Will Smith that like button. It's the highlight of my morning. I work in cars so I can stay stagnant and watch you on the screen. But after listening to you for so long and running back to my book to confirm with my eyes and ears, I can listen to you and visualize the charts in my head. Listening to you give the Bitcoin update at midnight made me think that Bitcoin is like your baby. You're always checking it, and it's always wanting you to check it. Immediately makes me know that I need to get more serious with trading crypto. You're awesome, and I can't wait to make millions with you. And I said, if you start at crypto and you don't join the 99, you're going to waste years getting where we will bring you in a couple of months. If you start golf, you get a few golf lessons from a pro. Every time you study with a pro, you save time and gain years of knowledge. Do not sell yourself short. Become a lifer today. So we're expecting a bounce to the upside based on the 15-minute and the 1 hour. However, that doesn't mean anything is going to happen. And right now, if you want to look at just the bear, the bear zone of it, let's go to the 5-minute here. And you can see, I mean, we fell out, and there's a bearish retest there, bearish retest, bearish retest. We got an M going. We can't now get above 21,000. So 21,000 is now shown to be new resistance, but we got the support at 20,700. So do we have bearish divvy? We have a little bit of bearish divvy right here. It's not perfect. Does the 7-minute have any? 7-minute doesn't really. 15-minute? Nah, not really. Kind of. Swing down there. That's flat. Slight bearish bullish divergence there. But we do have hidden on the 1 hour. Suggests that we should boom to the upside. What is hidden when you have a swing low all the way to another swing low, and it's an uptrend trajectory? But you take the same swing lows in the RSI, you have a downtrend trajectory. All right? So I am expecting a pump for Bitcoin. Measured move is 22,070. All right? I expect it to happen throughout the night into 5, 6, 7 in the morning. That's what I believe will happen. But again, anything is possible. That's what the oscillators convey. All right? It's not what I believe. It's what the oscillators convey. I don't believe anything. I don't know anything. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I don't know anything at all. All right? Shout out to all the awesome Super Chats, everybody. Thank you so much for the $19 in Super Chats already. Much appreciated. Namaste. Thank you so much. Peace be with you all. Salam alaikum. Wherever you are, thank you so much for being here. May God bless you all. Okay. Go Me Too. Matt Lane with the 333. Let's take a look at Go Me Too real quick, but then we got to do what we got to do, We're going to run into that all-time history index. All right. And you can kind of see, it was the M. The M was made. We talked about this. We went over these facts. We had you exactly where you should have been. If this level didn't break, then you know that you didn't get above resistance. It's highly likely you make it back to the downside, And honestly, up, down, like you can even see this is the range-bound area, all right? Sorry, it's this. See that? Resistance bouncing. Would make sense you come back down. Like, we have to get above that zone. Damn, I'm tired today. It's so horrible for me to yawn during my show. Can't do that. Yawning is contagious. But I'm exhausted. I begged my wife for a nap, and she dragged me to the store. She wouldn't even let me sleep. I said, I really need a nap. I said, I've been up since 3 in the morning. I'm exhausted. She didn't care. She said, no, I'm going to drag you to Home Depot and to Lowe's, and I'm going to make you exhausted, and I'm going to make you try to put in a tea, for somebody else, because she cares what other people think about our bathroom. It's ridiculous. Most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm exhausted now. Horrible. Spending time with the family by the pool on vacation. They're in the pool. You're in my ear. Sounds awesome, man. I wish I was with you. But I was underneath the sink sweating to the point of no return, and then watching water come out, and then I thought water was going to keep coming out, and literally it was going to ruin, it was going to come through the ceiling. I was going to have to call an emergency plumber and just start throwing money at him. Thousands of dollars just started flying out of my head. I could not believe it. Couldn't believe it. I said, why am I doing this? This is absurd. Just it's a lesson that all men should heed. No, she can have all my time. She can go to dinner with me. She can walk in a park with me. Don't put me underneath a sink, and don't drag me to Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? Do that on your own time. You know what I'm saying? Then go hire a dude to go do it all. And you know what I'm saying? I'm too busy. You're funny, man. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here in the weekly. Every single week, we don't miss Sunday night. Every single Sunday night, we don't miss. Oh, this is ugly. Hold on. The other day it was funny, though. I remember this, and it was kind of funky. Hold on. I just want to see something here. So, look, we already got a green weekly here, but on BTC USD, on the all-time history index, they're not giving us a green weekly. I find that strange. Yeah. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin and the weekly. Let's look at Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. All right, so that's a bullish, it's a bullish hammer, in my humble opinion. It's a bullish hammer doji. When you get a huge buy-up pressure like that on the weekly, that is a bullish doji. Let's take a look at the weekly candle. As I'm lightheaded beyond belief. 20,850 we opened. The high was 20,667 and 10 cents. The low was 18,892. I didn't even realize we went all the way to the 18s. Yikes. And the candle would close at $20,791.74. It would go down $58. It would be a 0.28% candle. So from where it began, from where it ended, it would only go down $58. So the whole week would go by and Bitcoin would be $58 different than it was the week before. You can see now we have weekly support, which we broke, got above, and now we're above it again with these candles closing above 20,500. And look how that POC comes out right here, even on the weekly. 21,000, right? Even on the weekly, the POCs are here. Wonder if they show up here. Yeah, there they are right there. Like that 21,000 and then this 20,005 area. It's just interesting. You know, it kind of wicks up a little bit. They don't close, but they close pretty much on one of the main apexes there. And that's that zone we're in. We're just in between 25 and 21,000. Like look, the POCs have got us caught for the last. Yeah, we may have ranged, but for the most part. Now the next candle, which closes in 7 days. All right, and 10 hours. 7 days exactly. I mean, and how many hours? Show us the hours. But it's already bullish, opening at 20,008, and it's at 20,897. Nothing to write home about. But there's the weekly candle. We assess it every single Sunday night to go over what's happening. Once we go over the weekly candle, what else do? We look at the Dow Jones Industrial. We look at the futures. Look at the Dow futures, the S&P future. We want to see it all. The Dow futures up 18, not the best. The S&P future. Show me the S&P up 5. The NASDAQ futures up 37. So at least it's not red. It's somewhat of a green movement here. All right. 30K Bitcoin baby is coming. Thoughts change. People are now targeting lower price and not the new bottom. If you look at the 1-day chart, we're on track to go back to 19K. Bitcoin to zero in the next 2 years. Sorry. That's so funny. Would it be 6 days, 23 hours? It would be, yeah. Earnings this week. Start mining Bitcoin. There you go, man. Someone who thinks it's going to zero is probably a clown. Yeah, it just knows that anyone who would say that statement, it just means that you don't know how to do 8-year-old math. So you might as well just say, hey, can you teach me 8-year-old math? When you tell someone Bitcoin's going to zero, you might as well, can you please teach me 8-year-old math? I just called the fastest store of value. Like, I mean, there's faster store of values, but right now, in the last 10 years, there's nothing better to get you from point A to B. You know what I'm saying? You hold Bitcoin for another 10 years. Just imagine what can happen to you. They're going to look back on those people and be like, wow, I wish I was one of the people that realized that I should have held it 10 years ago. We take a look at the weekly. The weekly is just getting above the dotted line. That's a bullish sign that we're done, that we've hit a bottom. I'm being, last time we crossed the dotted line here, let's go over this. Every single time the weekly crossed the dotted line, what happened? Let's just go over it. Right here, we got to move, but then we had the pandemic. So I X'd that out. But there you have one right there. Here you have a move right here, and that would be a huge catalyst move from the bottoms all the way up to 14,000. I believe we would kind of come down, and that would eventually been the bigger move. It would have X'd out. So right there, we're spot on. All right. Now right here, it gets us a little move, but it's not too bad. It is the beginning of a bear run, and we just get above. All right. However, I believe the bear run started here, and we've already have 1, 2, 3 low weeklies. And look, the bear run started here. 1, 2, 3, recovery, 4, 5 weeklies till we finally get out to the bigger move. But the low area there was put in on the third weekly. 1, 2, 3, the third weekly right there too. Here's another time the weekly finally goes low but gets above, and that's a catalyst for the biggest move in Bitcoin's like history. Here's another move where the weekly gets above, one of the biggest moves in Bitcoin's history. Here's another move where the weekly gets above, a nice move for Bitcoin. So it doesn't guarantee anything, but it does suggest that there's a bit of a move coming for BTC on the weekly time frame. One thing also I want to show you that's on my mind, that's on my radar, that no one has talked about but me on this channel. Nobody has talked about it. Let's go to the 2-week chart. I haven't seen one trader mention it on any other channel, so I'm mentioning it every day because I own it. And if it happens, I get to own this, and then I'm going to use it years in advance and say, hey, remember when I brought this up? People are going to be like, oh yeah. Hidden bullish divergence. We're creating a legacy here, not just a movement. So look, hidden bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down tells you the trend will continue to the upside, and you will have a higher high, higher than the previous high. The full moon will boom. Second thing I want to show you on the weekly chart, all right, is the pattern at play. It's getting tight. Previous high. That's our support zone. And we bounce. So falling wedges bounce 68% of the time. Do we have some bullish divergence? Not really on the daily, do we? And the daily, we've been seeing this bullish divergence for a long time. The swing down and swing down here at 17K. And I've been bringing up how this never went as far down. And that's bullish divergence. That's class A. It's class B. I even consider class A because they're so, like, that's flat. That's like, you know, perpendicular. Okay. Also, we have a shoulder, a head, and a possible shoulder. We have an inverted head and shoulder here, do we not? That should break up 68% of the time. The length of the pole, right? At least back to that wick at 25K. Now, what I'm seeing is, what I would love to see is this. This becomes the inverted. We break out of here, and that's how we get out to the next level and break out of this. They're just ideas that you may not see on other channels, just thought processes that I have that are very unique to me. I don't watch anyone else's TA, so I don't know what they're saying or what they're doing. I don't have time. I have time to do my TA and hang out with my family. I don't really have time to watch anyone else's technical analysis. So I do me, and if you like what you're seeing, if you like the effort that I put in, I don't take a day off, so I'm an anomaly compared to most YouTubers. I've never seen it. Some of them make a video every day, but they, you know, that video might take only a half an hour. Like my video update takes 5 minutes to 10 minutes a day. I do way more than that a day, you know. Those guys do a bang out little job. It's like an hour video every day, and then they go on their day. Yeah. But, you know, the dedication will always pay off. At the beginning, someone may make more than you. You may not have the greatest, biggest of everything, but it will pay off in the long run, I'll tell you that. So look, the daily. I did suggest we were going to get a move up to the upside here on the daily there because we were getting that swing up and it looked like a higher low. But now we're getting overbought and we're at resistance. You can see this is what I'm seeing here. And it's likely we head to the bottom of the pattern at about 20,000, right? 19,900, 20K. Very, very likely, all right? But no guarantees. All right. I want to make sure my camera's on. Thought I may have left the camera off for a second. You never know. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 490 people, 275 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Namaste. Thank you so much. Hope you had a wonderful day with you and yours. It's a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive. So nice outside. And I'm just happy to be here with each and every one of you. God bless every one of you all. God bless my family, my parents, my sister. You know, I have a twin sister. Just in case everybody doesn't know, I have a twin sister. No, She doesn't own any Bitcoin, but she will one day, I promise. She just, she doesn't understand it. And, as much as I've tried to push it down her throat, we end up getting in arguments over it. So I just leave it alone. I just want to spend time with my sister and enjoy myself. So I don't force Bitcoin down her throat anymore. I don't bring it up. It is what it is, right? I do force it down her husband's throat, and he takes it all day. That doesn't sound right, but I do tell him about it all the time, and he did. He started to dabble into Algorand, Ethereum. He did his own research, find out what he liked, got into the coins that he liked too. So he's got them covered. He took a jump into the deep dive, So he's got them covered. All will be well in the long run. But I love my sister with all my heart, and we grew up together, every day, and then I went to college, she went to college, and we went our separate ways when I was 18. Kind of sad for 4 years I didn't see my sister, right? I did my own thing in New York City while she did her own thing in upstate New York. I went to like a bad boy college, St. John's in Queens, New York. I was where, I was in South Jamaica where 50 Cent just blew up right when I got to school in 2001, It was crazy. Like, I grew up in the concrete jungle. Jamaica, Queens was insane. And just, 3 a.m., 5 a.m. in New York City till the sun came up every day. It was just nuts. Like, there was parties, there was clubs that had like 7. There's one club called Exit that had like 4 stories with like a trans room, a hip hop room, like any type of thing. People had their shirts off while I went out. It was insanity. I don't suggest you do this stuff, but it was nuts. If you ever know what Club Exit back in New York City 20 years ago, it was absolutely out of control. The New York City club scene was insanity. I can't mention what was around, but it was everywhere, and it was nuts. My sister would be in upstate Saratoga, like doing her thing like a good girl, and they still partied, but it wasn't like New York City. She would then move into New York City with me to Spanish Harlem in 99th and 3rd when she got out of school, because she got into New York law, became a lawyer. So she needed a place to stay. I was already living in New York. She got into New York law. I said, let's live together. So we lived together from when I was 20. So we got back together. It was amazing. 23, 22 years old, back with my sister, back with my twin, and we lived from 22 to about 28 years old. For 7 years of my life, I lived with my sister. We lived in an apartment in Spanish Harlem together for 2 years. Then we moved to this like White House, in the like on this like little hill on top of kind of behind in Queens Boulevard, behind the Staples. And then we moved to Woodside, Queens, my buddy's old apartment. We hung out there, and then I married my wife and moved into my apartment. And it's funny, when I got married to my wife, I was like, man, I miss what am I gonna do? What about my sister? Like, how are my sisters gonna live by themselves? Like, I worry about them so much. And eventually, she got married, she had her life, and then when the pandemic happened, I left New York, and so I wasn't with my twin sister, and it's like a hole in my heart. I'll be honest, like, it's a hole in my heart, because I'm gonna try not to tear up, but like, I miss my twin sister so much, and she's my twin, man, and with our lives so busy, like, we don't even really get to really talk like we used to, man. Like, I'm stressed. Like, I come with my kids, she's got her kids. I call sometimes, her kids are grabbing the phone. My kid grabs the phone, next day they're talking. We barely get a chance to really, 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 really hang out like we used to, And I miss her so much. As I saw her car drive down the street today, I realized, like, I won't see my sister for like, I don't know when, 3 months, 2 months. And, I saw her in April. I've been seeing a lot of her. But it's hit me today, it's like, I miss my twin sister. Like, I miss, when you're a twin, man, and it's all you had, you grow up and like, that's your twin. Like, you did everything together, like everything. Your first steps, your first time you had a birthday, every birthday party you shared with that person, it's a connection you could never understand unless you're a twin, And it's, and maybe not, everyone can understand it, but I miss my sister so much today. I really do, everyone. I'm just letting it out, man. Sorry, no one needs to hear this nonsense, but I miss my sister, man. So anyway, daily looking spent and desperately wants to come to the downside. However, we were here before when the daily was high and the 4-hour could flip us. And we ended up getting the flip with the daily. We could stay up here and do some damage. Anything could happen. However, it's likely we come to the bottom of the pattern here where the daily resets, right? That's what we're looking at. Let's take a look at the 22-hour. It's spent, right? Let's look at the 3-day. It's even getting overbought, which is a bit worrisome. 12-day. The 8 hours already kind of coming down on you and starting 2 red candles, right? You see that? So the 8 hours already like, not happening. 6 hour is actually coming down. And see, what I liked about the 4 hour is The 4-hour had done a pretty good catalyst. Look, it came from here to here, and that was our catalyst all the way down. Then it went from here to here, and that was our catalyst all the way back up. Then it did a little dippage, came back up. But then this move all the way down, I thought would have given us so much more movement in price action. You know, what could be happening here too, though, is I'm just going to draw it out for you. So just be careful. Could be making a head and shoulder pattern. Is the right shoulder yet to be made? You know, and you can see it here. Look, let me open it up. It's clear as day, but it looks apparent to me. Not guaranteed, but you get your shoulder, you got your head forming, and now you're going to make a right shoulder and just dump to the downside. You know, you don't see bearish divergence on the RSI, but you do see bearish divergence on the SRSI, which is interesting. See that? A little flat here. I mean, it's slight. It's like class B or C because that goes up. That doesn't go up as much. That still is divergence. They don't go up the same amount of energy as each other, you know. So here we stand. Can the 1 hour give us the legs? The 4 hour flip with the 1 hour, and can we break out of this to the upside? That's the question that everybody wants to know tonight. You know, there's a 68% chance that we will break to the upside. I will give that to you. You got a 68% chance this flag is gonna do a little damage. Can't really cup and handle that. It's a messy move. All right. And to me, you got two things brewing. Remember the bearish retest of the rising wedge. All right. So we got you with the weekly candle close. We showed you the bigger pattern on the weekly that we've been looking at. All right. How desperately this level needs to hold. If it doesn't hold, we just show you the measured move. If this doesn't hold and we make a bear flag here, I have to be completely honest. Like, I'm 100% with this idea. Like, 100% that like this is legit. Like, it means that this is a possibility. Like, 9,500, 8,700, you know, the ranges, you can be a little giving or pulling back with the range, but for the most part, definitely you get the base of the triangle. At the very least. Which positions you at about 15,600. I'm not saying we're going there. I'm just saying that that's your measured move of this bear flag. To me, it's a bear flag. That's what it is. You can say whatever you want. That's a bear flag. Hands down. Bear flag. Any way you want to look at it. Symmetrical triangle if you want to be easy on them. And the base of the triangle is the measured move either which way. Either we're going up to about 24 or we're breaking down to about 16.9. And I've been saying this for a while as these patterns continue to move. All right. So even though the Stokes do want to push us out, I have to say we have a resistance. So if the 15-minute comes up and gets rejected by here, more downside. So this is a crucial level you must get back above. Bulls must break back above 21,000, and get above the POC for sure, and start and break a candle back. Now you have resistance 20,600. Before it was 20,800. And 22,004, which we hit recently the other day, which we called on the move, right? Just like last night. 22.5. We said I probably go to, and it went to 22,518. I think we were like $1 off of that call. It's pretty crazy. See if anyone's getting liquidated. Long's getting liquidated now. So they're at, a lot more liquidity down here than up here. So it's obvious they're going to come down here. They're going for the POC at 20,005. And they all want to buy 20,005 again and pop off 20,005. So they're screaming for the POC yet again. 400 Bitcoin, 300 Bitcoin. You got hundreds of Bitcoin here at about 20,500 on the point of control. So BOOKMAP definitely does want to give you the move. It's confirming, look, way bigger of a green blob than a red blob. They go to the liquidity. They're going to go down to the green area and get as much as they can before they come back up. 20,500 looks to be the move that we're going to have here. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. Maybe it's dumping on us. Yeah, I mean, it is pushing down, not looking too sweet. Trying to bounce, though. Attempting to bounce. Bit of a shoulder head and a shoulder there, too. See that? So BOOKMAP has me kind of pretty much saying that was a point of control rejection. Once you get rejected, you have to assume you'll head to the bottom of the pattern. So I wouldn't, you have to assume, and there's 68% chance that this rising wedge will break to the downside. All right. And so, but then you have a 68% chance this falling wedge will break up. And now you're like, well, what's up? Well, that's why it's support and resistance. And you're bouncing. Do you make an M? and then dump to the downside. So you're looking to see if you get rejected by 21,800 area one more time if you do push up. Okay? So if you get the move in the 15 and the 1 hour, you got to get above 21,800 to remain bullish. Just like we said here, when we got up here, we said we have to remain this, and we bounced off that. And then we could be double bottoming here. Look at this. With a move right there. So I know we gave you all a bunch of different things to think about, but trust me, it's how you have to trade. You can't just be like, oh, it's going up one way. You got to give yourself 2 or 3 scenarios and then say, well, if it gets above this, that's what I would like to long. If it doesn't, then that's what I would like to short. All right. So like my longs, I'd be looking for a retest of this area. That would be beautiful. Or down here on a retest of the point of control, back to the next POC. So you'd be into here or into there. Nothing in the middle in the indecisive nature. Waiting for more confirmation before you get into a trade, and that's the proper way to trade. All right, you don't just jump in whenever you want. You wait for confirmation. Shout out to everybody here. 507 people on the live, 335 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. About 180 of you are afraid it's going to mess up your hair. I'm telling you right now, look, your hair is great. You hit the like button, it does nothing to your hair. You'll still look amazing. I'm telling you right now. So I'm seeing indecisiveness, and I'm seeing some ups and downs. But at the end of the day, I trade falling wedges when the 1 hour and the 50-minute are low. That gives me the highest probability of a breakout. However, I don't like the fact that we could be bearishly retesting the rising wedge. So look out for the bearish retest of this zone. Okay. So to recap for Bitcoin, we're looking for the 15-minute to break out. We're looking for the 1 hour to get above 21,700 and remain bullish. If it does not, that's a fake out. And honestly, even if I extend that, look, that's even a bearish retest of the rising wedge, see? So we can get a beautiful M with the bearish retest and then a dump. Measured move of the M's to the middle of the M's to, yeah, right, the tops of the M's there, and then move down. And that'll give you the POC, which would also coincide with the idea that we would head to the bottom of the pattern. How funny does this all work out? Okay. So we could get the bump, as suggested in the breakout, as suggested, 68. And then we could still get the dump, as suggested. And both of these will play out like they say they would. Interesting, huh? Very interesting. 20,800 holding hard. This zone must hold. You can see it's been a crucial level for BTC now. So this level must hold to remain bullish. If it starts to break down, look for a bearish retest of that and more droppage. So 20,800 hanging on by the skin of its teeth. All right. I am more bullish on a breakout. However, it could still make an M and dump to the downside. So it doesn't mean because we break out, it's all good and we're it's like all gravy train, you know. All right. That's Bitcoin in a nutshell. I don't think I could kind of do much more. Look, AGLD in a tight channel. You might want to put that on the radar. AGLD in a tight channel. All right. CKB also in a tight channel. The weirdest thing is if Bitcoin's not bullish, like I've never seen so many flags. Like it's crazy. Look at this. Like there's just so much action out here. And if I even take a fib from just this wick to that wick, if I pull that one, we're at the 618 Fibonacci right there. CKB looking scrumptious on the radar. Oversold in the 15. Oversold with momentum in the 15. Oversold in the 1 hour. Coming down on the 1 hour. Oversold on the 4 hour. So I wouldn't be surprised if this made moves. However, all eyes on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dumps. It's going to take everything down. Bitcoin goes sideways or pumps. These coins are going to boom. CKB looking very interesting to me in the Fibonacci range. All right. And we made massive gains today. Massive gains on a coin that I put out on 7/12 called Solve. Let's take a look at this. Had you been in the trading group, you would have been all over Solve. Let's take a look at SOLVE and when I put it out, why I put it out, and how I put it out. One of the neatest trades I had ever placed in my life. Look at this Solve, KuCoin. Technical analysis. When did I put this out? 7/13/2022. Never been edited. You could say it would said post has been edited right here. Never. Like if I right click this and I edit this, right, and I put a W in there, doesn't it say post has been edited? Yeah, see edited? I never edited this since 7/13. See it? So it's been exactly since the day I put it out And what you can do is you can Google solve, and you can test me on this if you're in my trading group. You can join my trading group for a month and then just test all these things. Like, when did he put this out? When did he put that out? When did he put that out? And just watch the gain and 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 the gain. And you're like, whoa. What's going on over here? How many gains are we getting over here? So look, solve KuCoin, technical analysis, falling wedge right off the bat, right? So what I want to do is actually I want to click on the chart. Then I want to bring the Discord over and I want to read the stuff. So it's like price is in a falling wedge, all right? 4-hour RSI was pushing to the upside, all right? The 1-hour SRSI was high, needed to come down a little bit. So we waited on that, right? The 0.6 Fibonacci retracement, it was right there on the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement. It was in the final part of the pattern, all right? Falling volume with falling price. Volume was falling to the downside, falling price. The MACD, histogram pink and moving towards the zero line. Look, the MACD was curving up with the pink showing. Possible bounce off the 200 MA, the yellow line, if the 200 came close. Just thinking about that too. And we had hidden bullish divergence, swing up to swing up, and swing down to swing down. That's hidden bullish on solve. Also holding this new trend line that I drew and the Fibonacci retracement. Boom, boom, boom. And you can take a look at that. What would happen to solve? Solve would blast. And it's actually still going up as we speak. Something absolutely absurd. How big is solve up now from when we put it out on the 13th? 174% gains in total. And right now it's still holding. It wasn't even like, you know, people say, oh, pumping. No. This thing went up and held its gains, held its values, actually went into a flag like an hour ago. And had I not been underneath the sink, I would have actually seen this flag and probably called it to the upside because I was all over solve, but I was underneath the sink. So you can blame my wife for why I missed this right here. Oh, man. But it's true. It's true. She should let me just do my job day in and day out and nothing else. But boom. But I do have to take some time off. But I'm pretty sure I would have seen that had I not been under a sink, you know. Anyway, solve still banged on you 174% gains to the upside, 174. We're already up 103, and you can look at the 4-hour bang. But this thing would continue to go up, and we gave you basically the biggest gainer of the day, solve. And it's actually pumping as we speak. Look at smaller time frames just to see why this thing just won't stop, can't stop. It's finally got a little bit of the bearish divvy going, but it's still in a flag trying to do damage. I mean, that's crazy. You scalp these on the small time frames. Look how that thing just erupted on the 15th. Look at that flag just pump. Look, shoulder, head, and the shoulder to the upside. Only crypto, 22% in literally 45 minutes. Only in crypto. But we gave you solve. We also gave you trade. We like trade. Trade's been hot. Jar. Look at Jar about to do a solve. I mean, look at it. So you open it up, and you want to wait for it to come back down to the bottom of the pattern when the 50-minute resets. This is my alert system. And this is why I put an alert right there. That's why I put an alert right about here with a blue line. Alt V it right there. Put an alert when price action crosses. And I even put an alert right here on this line. 3 alerts at one time to watch that. That hits my alert and it goes. That thing could continue. I like to buy into the alerts as they happen. Or right after they happen, I'll reassess and kind of feel out what's happening, and then I get in. But I use the alerts for entries. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say should be taken as financial advice. You should do your own due diligence for getting into any project, coin, or trade. And if Bitcoin dumps, it's going to dump every coin that we're looking at, no matter how good the project looks, no matter what is crack-a-lacking, no matter what's happening. You also have to heed the fact, look, the 4 hours a little high. It needs to come back down to the 21. All right, you are getting cross-moving averages and you're tight. It's interesting. But you have to remember that you are a little bit overbought there on the RSI, MACD. 4 hours not in your favor. So if you do try to scalp this, you have to know that there's a chance that it doesn't play out perfectly in your favor. Jar. We took Store for massive gains. Who wanted to take Store with us? We took it for 43%. We put it here. Bang, bang, bang. Store for massive gains. I don't even know if me and my team can keep up with all the gains we keep making. Solve is even bigger than it was now. R, we hit HTR. Look, Polka C, yes, Store, we didn't even get in. Pretty sure I sent Store in, though. Maybe not, though. What I was hoping, Sean, is that, like, you could just go into here and type in STORE. This is what I dreamed. That I wouldn't have to, and then you could see Store kept grooving, right? And you would look for when I first posted it right here. You would take the beginning, that's the before right there. And then you would then, if you would have to have a trading view account and hit solve. But what I'll do is I'll post the afters I can also post the afters, and then you can grab them. It'd be cool if I didn't have to do it every single time. I keep saying this, but it never happens. Sometimes it happens. And I know it's hard. But see, like, even here, look, storage, right? Watching store here. I'm saying, well, not storage, sorry, watching store here, right? I keep updating it, right? And then look, 19% gains for store yesterday at 8:23 in the morning, right? Now, if I don't send this to you, it never goes. But it's still there, though, you know? So I'm hoping there's a way that just, like, let me see. I mean, you do such a good job. I'm just trying to make it even better. That's all. That's all. You know. We hit so many bib. We hit LBP. We hit for gains. Look at this. This is amazing. This DMTR went up 95% from the double bottom. Wild cup and handle out for 77%. Just crazy. We got this NMW, which is still going up. Let's take a look at MMW, which is Morpheus Labs. Let's take a look at that right now. So we talked about this pumping to the upside, and then it pumped again. We made this flag earlier today. Retest, bang, bang, bang. This is where we first put out the coin. And look, it hit the exact target for 25%. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. Look, target just got nailed from Morpheus Labs. Target hit, bang, bang, bang. And what you do is you should be backtesting. If you're in my group and you're not backtesting this stuff, you're doing yourself a disservice. There's so much work for you to do than just trace setups and look around. Like, there's so much work to be done. For instance, every time I saw a big win like that, I would go back in and I would be like, what did he do? How did he do that? What was he doing? What did he see? And look, popped a little, still watching NMW. Watching NMW USD, setting alert to the 15-minute. 1 hour has gas, cup and handle, bullish. So on 7/12, I'm so bullish on this. Pumping up to the upside. You can see it hit the gate, 25%. It took 4 days, 5 days. Not every gain should happen immediately. It's about nailing it. But look, bang, and there's your setup to the upside. 25% gains from Morpheus Labs, right? So bang, bang, bang. And we actually got this for 17 and continue to go up. I like to just add to it. And it went 35% in total from when we bought it at the bottom of the channel, really. 35% gains in total because we were buying here. That's weird how these both don't add up to 35. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. Yeah. 30%. And bring this down. What I'm suggesting is that there's more legs here. This ain't done going up. Like, it's about to go up even more right now in the 1 hour. It's about to pump out of a flag right now. Look at that. It's a falling wedge flag about to boom up. You can say it broke out, broke back in, broke out. It's about to break out again. I wouldn't be surprised if Morpheus Labs went up for more gains right now. 1 hour's pushing to the upside. Whale in a flag. You seen that? EQX in a bit of a flag. Someone asked me about BNB recently, remember? They're like, what's it like on the 4 hour cup and handle? I was like, yeah, there it is. About to break out. It did went a little lower, but then it did break out to the upside. BNB. Let's jump on into that chat. Love these streams. Shout out to Moon Bentley. Thank you for $4.99. You're the man, dude. XRP, taco stand, can't sell anymore. No more sell pressure. Funny. Near gonna go up. Thank you, man. You're funny. Gosh, Epidemic Sound, that has the best music. Shout out to them because it definitely enhances your show. Thank you for saying that, man. Shout out to David Hagen. Thank you for the support of Moon Bentley. Bullish. Thank you, Love Learning. Shout out to the $24 in Super Chats. You people are awesome on a Sunday night. Thank you so much for jumping on in with me. I appreciate it. Bond, yeah, Bond was out of control. I don't know what was going on. Super Chat invested in GRT at 8.086 dots plus Go Me Too. I mean, I liked GRT back in the day. It was a very disappointing coin. It was supposed to have like the je ne sais quoi. It was like the Google. And it really didn't perform the way I thought it was. It promoted itself nil. No one really knew about it, talked about it. We found that symmetrical, could dump. I'm sour on it. I'm invested in it. I'm pretty sour in it. It didn't really pan out. One of the worst investments I've ever made. Didn't put a lot of money in it, but just, you know, like I expect a return on my investment, and I really didn't get much out of it. So, a little sour about Graphling Protocol. I believe it could do what it said it's going to do, but like, I don't know, man. And look, there's Bitcoin at the top. Probably had like, this is just, if you just look at it basically, you're heading back down, right? Maybe one more time before we get out. But I don't have a lot of faith in the project, and I'm not a huge supporter. It's got to get above 11 cents before we can even take it seriously at all. GOM2. Let's take a look at that. Go Money 2 for Bitcoin. GOM2 for Tether here. Okay, so this pumped up nicely, came all the way back down for a dump, though. I mean, it looked like it was just kind of pumped and dumped, I'll be honest, you know. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, it just kind of all the way back down to the bottoms again. About to come back down, too, on the 1 hour time frame. This was a fun ride to play. I don't know if I'd be holding on to any of these long term. You got a pretty messy falling wedge here. Getting tight. Anything could happen. It had good hype. It could break back up. It's got resistance now at about 16 cents. No, 0.16 cents. Sorry, 1/6 of a cent. It's got to get above that. I would be looking for a retest of that area. I don't like to catch falling knives, so to me, it's like the lowest it's ever been. So, Go Me Too. Really not in my flavor. LBP. Yeah, you know me. Yeah, LBP. Yeah, you know me. Yeah, you know me. Yeah, you know me. I don't know, but that's an ascending triangle. I think, you have it here. Yeah, possible here because you got this flat top in the upper. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Definitely an ascending triangle at the end here, trying to make a move. 4 hour is coming to the downside, though. That's not the best thing, and you got a bit of a top. Double top there. I would be wary of that. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. Trying to get you out of a hole here. Can you push up? Let's see. You have huge resistance right here that you must get above in the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is suggesting you're going to pump. How high you pump is the question. Look for the retest. But the 4 hour is also not in your favor. Vulcan Forge came back with the flag, just like Bitcoin. 4 hours about to move. 1 hour's about to move. 15 minutes a little hot. So here. I like this project. I think it's going to be a premier metaverse project, not to be forgotten about. DCAing into this thing, I believe, is a good look. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. You have to do what makes you make sense. And so I'd be waiting for this to come on down. Before it can make a move back to the upside, you see? PYR is bouncing off that previous resistance area, and I like Vulcan Forge. I got alerts set on these time frames. So set alerts on Vulcan Forge. I'd be watching for it. What are all these messages I'm getting? Thank you, Masakro. I appreciate y'all. We love you too, man. Hope that little baby lamb has a nice little sweater on him. That's very nice. Okay, I reloaded. VXV says my man. Vector Space AI is a good one. It's a good one. Let's see if I see. I didn't even look at your chart. I just glanced at it. So let me see. I won't be biased by yours. Let's take a look at the daily. Right off the bat, I don't like it because it's too low, right? It attempted to double bottom though, which is cool. It actually did double bottom, all right? So it double bottomed here for sure. All right. Now you pull a mini fib off this level. It's bouncing and it's getting close to the 618. It's in this 0.5 area. To me, that was like the trend that broke technically, right? Pretty weird pattern. That's why I always omit the heads of the inverted head and shoulder there, because when I do that, it's the only thing that like makes sense, you know? And over time, you'll understand, but it will take some time. This thing, struggling. I'm struggling. You can tell that. Who am I to yawn on my own show? It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. That's how tired I am. That's how you know this is a 7-day-a-week gig. 7-day-a-week gig. Imagine that, 7 days a week. Imagine you went there and the boss said, you don't have a day off, 540 days. And you're like, but come on. And he was like, no. Look at my man. He hit the gains for me. Store. See? My team knows that I'm on them, but they work so hard. I love you. I never want them to think I'm being too hard. We're going for excellence for what everyone is looking at us. Like, we want to just be the best. Interesting. So 1 hour actually, see what I see is something like this now. It may actually need to come down a little bit more. Get tighter in the wedge. I really miss my sister, man. I really miss my sister and her family and her kids. I love them and I want them to have the best life possible. And I just, yeah, you know. Yeah, I miss my kids. I miss my family. I really do. I really, really do. You know, me moving back home was a big deal for me. I never thought I would make it back home. Small towns in Boston are different than the big city of New York. It's just not the same. People smile more. People talk more. People have a little more time for a conversation. In New York, everyone likes to talk, but it's a quick, fast pace. Hey, I gotta see you later. Hey, yo. And Boston people, hey, how's your mother? Oh yeah, I saw her last week. It's slow pace here. You know, the inner city's 500,000 to 1 million people. Like the inner city of New York City is 9 million people. So you can breathe here. You go to the city downtown, you're not bombarded. When you're on the city streets, you have like a few people maybe close to you. New York City, you're like surrounded at every moment in time. You're crossing this, 42nd Street, the train. I did 20 years in New York City. I tell you what, I don't think about it a lot. You think I would always think back on my life. Oh, that night we went here, that night we went there. And like, yeah, I think about it, but I think I just lived it so much that like I was ready to leave. I was ready to get out of there. Like it was just the constant, the ride on my bike and the gasoline, like smelling the exhaust while I was riding my bike on the Queens. You know, you're trying to get exercise on Queens Boulevard and you're smelling gasolina. You know, you're just inhaling carbon monoxide. Looked at SYLO. See, SYLO getting tight, and I like what it's doing here, getting very tight in the channel. If anything's gonna pop, I mean, SYLO may pop tonight. Look at that. It's in the sweet spot right now. Like the alert hit. I'm watching SYLO closely. I feel like I just coughed up a gem right there. SYLO on the radar. Also a good project on the low. SYLO. Low cap gem on KuCoin. Consolidating nicely, and the 1 hour is oversold. That's a bull pennant to me. No two ways about it. All right. How we doing today? How's everybody doing today? How's everybody feeling? How we feeling today? How's everybody doing? Are we hanging in there? We doing good? Huh? Let's look at KNC. It was getting tight in a tight wedge too. Let's see what happened to it. Last time I drew, it was tight. Oh, it's still tight. Look how tight that is. It's tight like a tiger. My goodness. 16% gains. Look, I was quick on this one. I'll tell you what, I came in from running around with the kids and I looked at the Bitcoin update. I did the Bitcoin update like I usually do. And then I started going through some coins. And, man, I was spent. Look, Bitcoin's starting to get the green move out of the channel like we suggested. I did call a pump on the 15-minute and the 1 hour, did I not? Let's see if we can continue to the upside. We got to break the POC. The pump is fine. I mean, if we get all the way to 21,650 and we don't break it, we're making an M and we're dumping. Or if we're bearishly retested right here at 21,430. So don't get too excited. We must break above bigger areas. But I am calling a move here on the 1 hour time frame out of the falling wedge to the upside. So far, we are getting the green action. Or a 15-minute may actually, not really getting us too much. More sideways behavior here on the 15. Here's your Bitcoin update, though. I'd watch that 1 hour very, very closely. That's going to give you your special sauce and your sweet move to the upside. That's what we're looking at, okay? Am I missing any super chats? I feel the same about GRT now. Yeah. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dives. Such a noob about everything. Yeah, I've been watching that one. The graph was all sizzle, no steak. It really was, man. You know, I've been to Toronto, Calgary, and Vancouver. I love Vancouver, one of the most beautiful places on earth. Thanks, Gina. I'll let you know. Anytime. Montreal is the place to be. I love Montreal. It's a good spot. St. Catherine Street. New York, trash of the street, hot and humid, swampy summer, right? Because the heat can't escape from the big, tall story buildings. I know, man. Yeah. Doing great. Made it through my first wedding reception sober. Good for you, Big Wig Energy. Not easy, man. Love to all the lifers going through something deeper than this. We are together and we are strong. Sam, are you okay, brother? Love and peace to your heart. You and yours, man. You are so strong, bro. Thank you, Kevin, man. I love you, bro. Thank you. Damn it, I picked the wrong places. Shout out to Marcus. Was there yesterday. Super Chat's clear as now. Only went skiing in Montreal. Yeah. Montreal is the place to be. Shout out to Gina. Shout out to everybody here. 450 likes, 485 people on the live. You people are unreal. Thank you so much for a beautiful Sunday night. Can you check Quick, please? Quick is still in that zone. Wants to make a big move, though. Really does. We checked that 4 hour. I know where it is. It's sitting in that Fibonacci retracement. Trying to double bottom now. Look at that. Attempting to double bottom. Getting ready for a move here. Let's back out the fib. Let's keep it tight on the channel. Right there. Complete. Fib complete. Alt J on the move. I mean, we're so close here. We really bounced off that 786 fib on the wick there. Double bottoming now. Quite interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we still got the move for Quick to the upside. Take a look at the daily. Daily is pointing down now, though, on a fib. You'd have to flip the fib with the 4 hour. 4 hour would have to flip that daily stochastic. 1 hour pointing on up, too. Interesting. 4 hour looks good. However, when that 1 hour comes on up, you're looking at some resistance. And if Bitcoin dumps, it's going to take everything to the downside. But Quick still holding that fib level and looking pretty nice on the 4 hour. I will tell you that. Just jumping in to say hello and smash that like button. Hope you're all doing well. Shout out to Dustin Cava. Thank you for coming on in. That's awesome. Congrats, man. Back in 2011, when I got sober, I told myself I would make days into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. I'm working on 12 years sober. Shout out to Bison9, man. We love you. And you and your family love you for that, dude. I appreciate you more than you would ever know for saying that and being open about that. That's amazing. Could you check out the daily candles on Bitcoin? Potential head and shoulder forming, colliding with the stochastics, also making bearish div on the daily using the RSI. Yeah, do you see the difference between the past and about how Bitcoin dominates? It looks like more people are jumping into the alts. I agree. Smash that like button. Let's go. Yes, sir. Stay sober. Take CBD to help. You're funny. Is CBD okay to take if you're sober, though? I guess it is, right? Total dump, New York City. It really is, man. It really is, bro. I have to say, it kind of is at one point. Like, it's not a good quality of life, in my humble opinion, compared to other cities and other places to live. Not a good quality of life. NKN had a huge move to the upside. A huge move. After living there for 20 years and being here for 2 years, that's the reason why I don't think about it, because my quality of life is so much better than it was in New York City. My God. My goodness. Like, oh my gosh. The quality of life is 10 times better here in the city of Austin than it is in the city of New York. Guaranteed. The people you're around have more money. Hands down. You're just around more wealth. That's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I like culture and people, but, you know, less trash ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? More opportunity, more educated. You have more CEOs. It's, I think, the first or second most educated city in the United States. So it's got a lot going for it. Look, NKN had the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder was an inverted complex head and shoulder before it popped to the upside. It's now making a flag touching the 21-day on the 4-hour. I wouldn't be surprised if NKN got lit here in between the 0.5 and the 618 for about 51% gains. Watch it, NKN on the radar. All right, it's got momentum on the 1 hour, 15-minute, not in our favor, but the 4 hour is looking really good in a flag. I'd watch NKN closely. I had a huge pump just the other day. However, remember the daily's probably spent. Yeah, daily's a little spent, so see, that's indecision I get. A lot of times, I just don't trade it when the daily's that high, even though I know I might miss the 4 hour pump. And it's sad. I have to let that one go because the setup looks great. And the thing is, the 4 hour may pump that daily to the upside. It's a risky move that you have to be willing to take it. I mean, we could get the flip right now. We're already getting a green candle. Something that wants me to push it. I'm like, come on, you know. So if you take this trade, it's high risk trade. I just have to say. But it doesn't mean it can't play out. And you do have a good support resistance loan if you just stay below the 706 fib and let it rip, right? So something, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. If I traded this, I would stay below the 706 fib and let it rip. See what it does. See what I'm saying? NKN. But in the back of my mind, I would know that that daily is high. So I say the daily would have to flip. If you're new in the channel, the day would have to flip. I hope I'm not confusing too many people when I use my verbiage inside of the trading class, but I think people can kind of figure it out as they learn, and then as you get more advanced, you can kind of pick up on my lingo. CREDI P's, love you, Shem. Shout out to Fidel R. Escobar. We love you, bro. Snoop Lion even found out a lot. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Send in SuperChat for TA and deep dives. NYC PSA. PYR bang for 50%. Thoughts, Lifer pulled back a bit. We went over it already, man. I went over it earlier today. Check in the beginning there. Quick and CREDI. We went over those already. Pull up the moon phase. CRV is looking nice. Shiba Inu news. Wow. You guys are bombarding it. Let's take a look at CREDI. CREDI was hot. We put it out not too long ago. We were on it before anyone really knew what it was down here. And this thing would go up massively, 200% gains. Yeah, it would go down a little bit and get stopped out. I'm not going to say it was a perfect trade. But I put it on the radar when no one else really knew what it was. And I was deep diving it. So I'm just saying, I'm finding these coins when they're going up huge and no one really knows what they are or even heard of them. But we're finding them for you. We're getting it going. We're figuring it out. So CREDI, I mean, after the nasty dumpage, it's got to have to find its space. So you pull the fib here on the 4 hour, the daily. It's back here at the 786 Fibonacci retracement, which is healthy. You want the daily to come down, though. I'd wait for that daily to come on down, personally, you know. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to OC Benji, man. I love you, OC. Thank you so much, man, for the support. I can't wait to meet you people in real life. Can you look at GRT, please? We already did that, man. I don't want to look at it again. Please don't make me look at it again. All right. The nuclear bomb fallout PSA going around New York City. What is that? Really? That's so weird. Why are they doing that? Can you look at Quant? We'll take a look at Quant. That's okay. That's DK. Let's take a look at QNT. My man. Dude, you're always so nice to me, man. I really, really appreciate it. So look, Quant. Funny. We had it in this falling wedge breaking to the upside. This thing would just continue to go to the upside, right? Then I had it in this flag, said continue to go up. I had it in this flag here, suggesting that it would break out and go to the upside for Quant. Quant would go up 39% gains. Had this little flag go up a little even more even. Wow, Quant is on a huge tear. See, Quant was just at 45 and it went up 100% all the way to $1.12. So Quant just went up more than 100%, went up like 125% gains for Quant. It's funny. Wow. That's amazing what Quant just did. Rest of the market was pretty dull. It hit resistance, though. I'd wait for it to bounce off one of these support regions to find some support before it kept moving. Any news on Sex Whale? Shout out to Tokyo Sex Whale. He was here yesterday. He threw in a $20 super chat at the beginning. Why? Did something happen to Sex Whale that I don't know about? Did we look at ETH earlier? I'll go back if we did. I don't think so. No. Really need the drink re-up. Beware of 7. Wow, yikes. You're scaring me now, Jana. Don't do that. Love what you serve. Love what you serve. Sir, love what you are, sir. Love what you are. Love you, sir. I'll take that. Any thoughts on XRP? Super chats. XRP. Shout out to East Jordan with the super chat from XRP over here. All right, we got 479 people, 473 likes on a Saturday night, $52 in super chat. You people are amazing. Thank you so much for the love. I greatly appreciate it. Look, I mean, XRP is actually getting a green massive candle right now, breaking out. And it's in this like emerging covenantal. What I like about XRP, look, it didn't leave its falling wedge like Bitcoin did. It actually stayed inside and it's tight. Tells me that it could break outside of the rising wedge to the upside and get back to this resistance point. I wouldn't be surprised if XRP kept pumping now and getting to this point. It's almost like they won the, it's almost like, I'm not saying they did, but there's a feeling like they won the way they're just backlashing at the SEC, the way they're stomping all over Gary Gensler's face as if he is a puppet clown that has no idea what he's doing. I would never get disgraced the way he's getting disgraced. If I was going to take someone down and I work for the government, you would never, ever treat me the way they're treating that guy. They're putting that guy in his place. That $100 billion of XRP is slapping him around, throwing him around like he's a rag doll. He looks like a scarecrow in a tornado getting thrown around like a little... Sorry, I had to. But, yeah, you could tell I don't have a lot of love for, corrupt ex-Goldman Sachs freaking trash. Sorry. It is what it is. God bless him and his family, and I love him to death. I hope everything works out for him. But at the same time, come on, man. Like, get another job, my dude. Please. Get another job, man. According to TV BSC, whales are finding interest in XRP. Hey, man, I am too. I own 10,000 XRPs, and I'm all over it. The bottom, I believe, came in around 28 cents there. We'll see, though. We will see. But XRP now gaining massive control, breaking through resistance levels that it really shouldn't have with what momentum. And I believe it's coming out of this case, this Hinman exposed case, right? And look at that daily getting high, though. See, the daily, what worries me is the daily's high on everything, but this is the daily anomaly. I've seen it twice in like 2 to 3 years, where the daily will do this, come on down, and price action will continue up. It's an anomaly. It doesn't happen. Happened twice for Bitcoin in the last 3 to 4 years. It's random. CKB breaking up to the upside. It did look like it was going to make a bit of a move. CKB, the nervous net rate. Let's take a look here at how big if it didn't move at all, I'm going to be tight. I hate when people like it's pumping and it's not pumping. Okay, that's a pretty decent pump. I'll give that to you. That's a nice pump right there. CKB in the last, half an hour doing huge damage here. Where is it now? Attempting to 3%, nothing huge. Is attempting to make some gains. Tight moving averages on CKB. However, watch that 15-minute getting high. Never get in when the 15-minute's that high. Yeah, CHR, I was actually looking at it earlier today. I believe I already posted it to the trading group. Let's take a look, though. I saw that it was in this bit of a little flag. Actually, so I called this pump earlier today for some gains. It didn't really do much. It went up, 2%, and then kind of called it a day. Interesting. I'm going to delete all my work here, and we're going to look at it again. I see what's brewing. I see what's going down here. It's getting tight. It's getting super tight in the jam. Wants to break on out. I like what I'm seeing here for CKB or CHR. It's tight though, and it's like barely holding a higher low. That's not bullish to me. And the 4-hour is coming to the downside, so I wouldn't touch this till the 4-hour comes back down and hits this lower trend, hits my alert system if I was even going to hit it, right? So I would put an alert on CHR. Yep, he is a trader, should be dealt with accordingly. I agree, but I met Ben Deasy and the Altcoin Daily twins in Los Angeles a few months back. 3 best channels on YouTube in my opinion, but yours is the best, my brother, #1. Yo, man, I met Ben and Deasy and Altcoin Daily twins in Las Vegas a few months back. 3 best channels on YouTube in my opinion, but yours is the best, my brother, #1. Number one, man. Thank you so much, man. You're comparing me to $2 million stream. But you know what, man? We may be a $30,000 show, but I feel like we're $1 million stream. I feel like we're a 1 million subscriber stream. I don't feel like I have 30,000 subs. I feel like I compete with the biggest channels out there. I feel like people hear what we have to say. We put our stamp on the market. How many people have said the lifer, the lifer, the lifer, the lifer, the lifer, the lifer, the lifer? We are known all over the internet at this point. Yes, we may only have 30,000 subs, but we are known. People know us, man. They know who the lifers are. If you say you're one of the lifers, we're starting to make some moves here in the channel. There isn't a YouTuber that doesn't know us, man. From Jordan Cameron to Tom Crown, we've made our ways. CryptoFace, they know us. They may not acknowledge us. They may not want to say it, but they know who we are. They see us coming for them. They know what we're doing. And we're on our way, baby. We're on our way. $1 million stream today, baby. EGLD pumping. I love EGLD. EGLD. It's a great project. It really is. It's going to be here long term, you know. Long term. It's got an M pattern here. But then again, it's in a flag. And the 4 hours looking pretty bullish. So can the M get negated and can we poop? Can we pamp it? Pamp it to the upside over here. We didn't make that move out of the flag, right? That would take you to 71. Pretty good move. We have to get above this big resistance here at 65 or else nothing is happening for EGLD. I bet the daily's overbought like everything in the world and we're not making higher highs. This is not a good look. You see? Suggest that you will just end up lower. If you don't make a higher high, you're going to make a lower low. It's very likely. EGLD is elite. I think it is too. I got it at 20 and I'm going to hold it for the next 5 years. You're awesome, lifer. Have you heard anything about the exchange VNS Smart Pro? Never in my life. Never in my life. I love when someone tells me about something I've never heard about, though. Like sounding. I found out what sounding was last week. No comment. But I was like, what is that? Like, I don't even know how you figure this stuff out, right? Like, I don't think I could ever pull that off. It's ridiculous. I'm going to move on from that. And you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. That's good. That's good. The VNS Smart Pro. What is that? Let's take a look at this. Sounding is when you yell really loud from a tall mountain and you try to hear your vibrational energies come back into you, you know? Pretty crazy, all right? Didgeridoos are good at that. I watch a lot of Ben Mallo recently. That's what I watch late at night to go to sleep. I watch Ben Mallo because, dude, he makes millions of dollars and I want to start a real estate. He makes me want to start a real estate just become a real estate mogul, man. EGLD, RSI is too spread apart from each other. Exactly. What are you going to short? Jeffrey Anderson, pamp it. Agreed. Going to short it. You're funny. I love it. What's your thoughts on NFTs? Do you own any? Not really. Not a lot, no. Shout out to Big Ben. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 500 likes. I've greatly appreciated. 52. You people are awesome. This is that new exchange. I don't know much about it. It didn't really get a lot. The VNS Smart Pro Beta open link on your phone after you install Test Flight. Guess Test Flight. Crypto Exchange. Bonus register. VNS. I don't know, man. I'll do my own research now. I don't really know much about that. Shout out to you, Sam. Shout out to Crypto Life Changer. Thank you. I'm starting my weekly DCA into my long-term holds once this daily resets. Starting to get in on the low when no one is looking. Look at that, man. David Kendall, man. And that takes big bolsalitos, you know, to get in on the low like that. It does, though. It does. Most people will never know what that's like, you know. Wow, $3.3 million loss posted by Whale Bar Wrecked. Imagine that. I mean, he probably has billions, though. He probably wins and loses all the time. It is just what he does for fun. You know, it's what happens when you got that much money. It's just like, it changes the way you think of money. Some people don't change. Like, they don't necessarily change because of money, right? But they change, like, how you feel about money changes. Like, you don't get that excited. Like, you might go to Vegas, make $100,000, and you're like, I made $100,000. Like, I've made $100,000 off of coins before, and it's, you know, and literally when I've only put in between like 2,000 and 4,000. So you're like, I made $100,000. You're like, first time you do it, you can't breathe. You think it's amazing. You want to tell everybody. You know, you don't tell everyone. You tell some of your friends, you know, you're like, dude, I made it. Like, I can't, like, but then you even feel rude telling your friends because if they didn't do it, why are you telling them? Because then you're just like, what do they think of their life if you made 100? You know, it's like, so you keep it to yourself. You don't know what to do. You do it again, and eventually you make it so many times, and it's just like, I'm sorry, 1 hour, sorry. Thank you, Crypto Sam. Appreciate you, brother. David Balsalitos. Funny. I concur. I'm not jumping on any new exchanges. Exactly. After what happened, dude, I'm sticking with KuCoin. KuCoin's been good to me. Right? Swifty. Swifty is still quite swift. Look at that. That's on the radar right now. I'd be watching that closely too. It's not exciting after you pop that cherry. Exactly, man. It's just not. No pun intended there, but it's true. Your friends will end up hating you. A lot of people ended up hating me, man, when my channel got big. Not hating me, but like resenting me or not calling me. Like nobody calls me anymore that I used to know. Like my closest friends still hook me up. Like I had a few people that really, it's not 100% true, but I had a circle of people and two of them really just don't talk to me anymore. And it was kind of like, but you know, I noticed they were always secretly hating on me, and I picked up, and you can't tell when someone's secretly hating on you till your life gets kind of big, or you do something big enough for people to notice, right? Like no one cared about me before, but now, like I went to dinner recently in New Hampshire, and my friend's sister was like, "Oh my God, I saw your channel. I can't believe what's happening." And I was like, "You know what's happening in my channel? Like you didn't even like you used to like it just people actually act like they care when no one cared about me at all. You know, years ago I was the guy in the night shift. I was tucked away, working late at night, and then I started talking about Bitcoin. They all thought I was crazy. You know, here I am now. It's pretty funny, you know. Yeah, I know how that goes. I love hearing that. Facts. Yeah, so it's lonely at the top. I'll be honest. Like, it's now me, my lifers, my family, and my grind, you know. And, like, I just know where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing every single day. It's constant grind. You were my mentor, Sam, the first ever. Shout out to the Hash Puppy. I love you, man. If I can help you, thank you. That's all I'm trying to do is help someone. That's me working 360 days without off days. Yep. It is. I can only imagine, bro, but I'll be there with patience and practice. You will, man. You will be there one day. Love you, bro. Shout out to Anku Kutsi Butsu. Shout out to Love Lording. Shout out to Gregory the Sniper. Shout out to East Jordan, David Kettle. All my awesome moderators here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you on this Sunday night for Bitcoin and the Weekly Kettle Close. We did it again, everybody. Let's take a look again at that Dow future. And let's see what it's doing. The S&P really is most important. We'll take a look at ES1 too before we jump out of here. +5 holding. Let's take a look at ES1 on the charts. Don't forget SWFTC. And guys, guys and girls, lifers, I posted a lot today. Get an Excel spreadsheet, post all my posts down, reassess them, see the ones that have the best, highest probability, and then trade those. I used to do that. I had a mentor post charts, and then I go through all his charts and make the ones that I thought were even better. Add to my list, recondense my list. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting out some ideas. Some I think are about to pop high. Some are very close to this special spot of the sweet sauce, but... And again, I'm just showing you what I think is going on in my head and examples to keep you educated, to help you learn. You must know the education. You must have a trading style. Never buy anything a YouTuber tells you to do. And I don't tell you to buy anyway, but never buy anything that you hear about, read about. Get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any coin, project, or trade. Please take your time. Don't just deep dive. Don't just dive on in. All right? Take your time. Take your time. Please. And honestly, a sketchy night to trade. I tend not to like to trade Sunday night. You know, there's XCN. We talked about this popping. Bang, bang, bang. Look at that. All you gotta do is learn how to draw one of these things and get down. Learn how to get down with the crew. The Woo Network made a little bit of a move. Not much, but look, 21% from that flag. There you go again. Woo, 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 baby. Keeping it woo, woo. For that woo, woo. And then look, you want lower time frame. Look, come on down. Bounce. You might even go closer here. When the sun goes down. See, I start all this. Support and resistance. And I don't just trade on this. I look for divergences. I look for Fibonacci levels. You can even pull a mini fib here if you wanted. You can see you bounce up to 618 right there. How uncanny is that? I wouldn't be surprised if this thing kept moving. Possible gains of 70% for the WOO network. We knew about the WOO when it first came out. Also, whenever I'm just thinking KuCoin shares is just another coin to keep on your mind, on your radar. KuCoin shares. Holding that 9, bottom of the channel, low 4 hour. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing bounced back to the top of the channel. Back to resistance at 15. That's a nice gain from 9 to 15. All right, everyone, we're going to wind the show down. I'm going to look at Bitcoin, and then I'm going to jump on out of here for the night. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. We did call a pump for Bitcoin. What did we get? We did get a pump for Bitcoin since I came on the show. Not to be rude, but, you know, we did say we were going to get a bit of a move. We got it so far. 20,000, not huge. Back to 20,000. About to go back to 21K, though. 1 hour's about to move. I mean, 50-minute pump thing didn't really get above a channel. We need to see this boom up higher. We're just going to kind of continue down this. Like the 50-minute just going to continue down. And look, bearish retest, bearish retest. Now we're bearishly retesting the bottom of the channel for sure. Like that's the bottom channel. So this flag has to break out and get above resistance. Looking for resistance here if you break in, if you break out at 21,100, and you're looking for resistance here at 21,300. Both places for a dump. Look, this could be an M pattern and dump to the downside. I'm still faithful on the 1 hour making its move to the upside. How high we get is the question, and if we can get above this previous resistance at 21,638. If you don't get above that, I would be looking for a short of an M pattern. As I said before, all the way back down to the measured move at 19,775. You do get above it. I'm looking for a flag or a bounce, and I'll be looking to long it or to add to altcoin positions as we got to break out of the bigger channel to the upside. So watch Bitcoin. At what level? At the 15-minute time frame, you want to see it break above 21,100. You want to see it get back inside this rising wedge that I have drawn here. And you want to see it, at the end of the day, break above this next big resistance if it pumps 21,700. We want to see candles break above basically 21,800. And there's your Bitcoin update for the day, for the night, actually. It is now 9:45 p.m. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. I can't believe we go through the weekend as fast as we do. To me, the weekend feels like a little bit of a vacation because I get 10 a.m. I don't do as much tutoring, and I don't do any classes, right? So, anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. I couldn't do it without each and every one of you. If you didn't show up, I'd have no show. I'd be nowhere in life. I don't know how we got here, but we're here now. So I'm going to keep showing up every single day, because it is what it is. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. You can, you will, you are the best. You will change your life. You are going to change your life. Nobody knows how great you are except for you. Look into these blue eyes. True as blue, true as the bluest sky. I'm telling you right now, you're going to become the greatest version of yourself every single day. I love you. To the moon and back. Peace. Be safe. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you back tomorrow. Crypto is life. I love you. Love, live in love. Love is the strongest frequency there is. And my new saying, always be nice. Always be nice. Have a great night.
I'm wondering what you got for me. Egyptian currents up to be my lady only. I'm wondering what you got for me. Egyptian currents up to be my lady only. I asked you for the time. You got the damn right. Everything you do gives me butterflies. I ask you for the time